Hello, how are you? It's Friday. How exciting. I'm so happy to come to you here today and just talk a little bit about what has been on my mind for a few days. I just kind of want to come here and be transparent with you guys. So I'll let a few people jump on before I get started. So, hi Regina, how are you? It's Friday. I'm so excited. So, how's it going? Hi Alex, how are you? Can you guys see me okay? Can you hear me all right? Give me some thumbs up if you can hear me. I kind of want to get started. Got some stuff to do before I leave the house tonight. Yes, I'm tired too. I was just telling somebody that today. I was like, I have not taken a day off in 2 weeks. I am exhausted. So, alrighty. So there's a few people on. I know that some of you are going to jump on a little bit later. So I just wanted to come to you today. My name is Kristen Woodman. I'm coming to you live from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And if this is your first time joining me, I would love to know. I would just love for you to kind of say, this is my first time, or welcome. Hey, Kendall. Hey, John. How are you? Yes. Yes, Regina. So I've got a party tonight. Yes, I do. So if this is your first time joining me, let me know. I would love to give you a shout out. If you want to share this with anybody that you feel could benefit from this video, I would love for you to press the share button in the bottom left-hand corner. And also, if you would comment share, that would be amazing. That way I can thank you and give you a quick shout out on here. So this is just going to be short, simple, sweet, and straight to the point. So, hi, Kathy. So some of you that are joining today may or may not know my story. I shared my story probably about a month ago. I suffer from depression and anxiety. So I have been kind of dealing with it for quite some time. It's something that I've definitely had to come to terms with, that this is just how it's going to be. So I've been taking medication for about 6 years now. But before that, I really didn't understand what was going on. So just to give you a little bit of background, I suffer from depression and anxiety. And I just want to share with you some of the things that some of you may or may not know, what people with, hi Holly, hi Kathy, welcome, that some of you may or may not understand what people with anxiety or depression suffer from. Just kind of give you a little bit of insight on what my head says all the time. Welcome Kelsey, welcome Christy. So it's very, very difficult to understand, and it's even more difficult to explain if you've never come in contact with somebody that had it, or if you haven't suffered from it yourself. So welcome Alyssa, how are you? So I just kind of want to let you guys in on what some of the things that have come to mind lately, because it's a constant, our minds are a constant battle anyway. We're constantly dealing with Miss or Mr. Triumph and Mr. or Mrs. Negative, depending upon what you are. So I'm going to say Miss because that's what I am. Hi Katie, welcome. So one of the things that is constantly going on in our head is, hey Alyssa, is you can do it. You can't do it. You can do it. You can't do it. I can do it. Nah, no, you can't. So it's just this constant like angel and devil on your shoulders. It's so frustrating. And I know that we all deal with that. But when you suffer from anxiety, especially, it's 10 times worse. Mr. Negative, hey Tristan, how are you? Hopefully we can chat before I go to my event tonight. Hey Katie, I missed somebody, I feel like. Welcome Kelsey. Well, John, just because someone's good looking doesn't mean that you don't suffer from it. I mean, it's something I've struggled with a long time. It's part of my story. Hi, Deborah. How are you? So just because someone's beautiful doesn't mean that they don't have anything going on. They don't have anything wrong with them. They're not struggling. The world isn't given to us just because we have good looks. So we do have things that we struggle with. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Cammie. So just to give you a little insight, throughout this process in the past 6 months, I've done so much personal growth, and it's just been something that is absolutely amazing. I embrace it every single day. Hey, Daniel, how are you? So when I'm going through this personal growth, I try to do it every single day. I usually do it when I'm walking on the cardio, doing cardio in the morning. I try to listen to it just to get my day going. And hey, Gabe, you're over there on the couch. My husband's tuning in and watching. That's funny. So one of the things that has been exposed throughout this process of personal development is that I really lacked self-confidence. And also, for those of you that are tuning in for the first time or may not know my story, I'm a coach. I was a volleyball coach. I've been a volleyball coach for the past 7 years. I've been captain of my teams. I mean, I've been a leader almost my whole life. And I never realized that I had this horrible self-doubt and I never truly believed I was ever good enough. And that's just crazy to me. I never really thought I struggled with that. I mean, just because, hey Jess, welcome. Just because I always strived to be the best, I always worked my ass off. Hey Christy, how are you? And so I just never really realized how much I struggled with this self-confidence component. And, just because somebody tells you you're attractive or that, you worked your butt off at your game tonight or you were coaching really well, whatever it is, you're doing good things. In the back of my mind, I was like, I don't know, I can't believe you. I don't believe you when you say these things. So, and that plays into not only self-confidence, but I feel like part of, just trying to accept what I struggle with, anxiety and depression. So one of the things I'm going to get into as far as what types of things go on and what we fear. And I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking with a few people that I know that suffer from the same things, but also just what I struggle with in general. People may have different strongholds, different weaknesses, but these are just some of mine that I feel like are kind of general to the same struggle. So one of the things that when you suffer from anxiety, you have a fear of rejection. You have a fear of putting yourself out there and it not going your way. And I'm not even talking about asking somebody on a date. I was having some. Oh, yeah, me and my friend, actually, Katie, were talking about this, about how, she's 34, I'm 28, and we've never felt more comfortable in our skin. I've never, yes, I exercise, I could lose a little bit of weight here and there, but I feel comfortable. I actually do feel beautiful. So one of the things, Alyssa, that you could focus on is personal growth and self-belief. And the sooner that you see what everybody else sees, you're going to just flourish and blossom. So I encourage that. And Deborah, I absolutely understand. Depression is something that people don't get unless you've suffered from it. You cannot explain why you don't want to get out of bed that day. Absolutely. Welcome, Christy. Welcome, Natasha. So one of the things is that we fear rejection. And so I have had to overcome that fear in the past 6 months. And let me tell you, it's been the best thing that I could have ever done. Welcome, Becca. Absolute best thing that I could have ever done. And I wouldn't have been able to do this without my team, without my upline pushing me, but also without the opportunity pushing you to personally grow and invest in yourself. So, hey, Aunt Mel, how are you? So that's another thing. And with rejection comes exposure. When you put yourself out there, you are completely exposed. Completely. People know your heart. People know that you have taken a risk and you're laying it all out there. And exposure. I feel absolutely exposed. And also with another thing that comes with, hi Natalie, comes with exposure, comes with vulnerability. And if any of you know me personally, it is Gabriel. You can chime in on this. one of the things is that I have a very hard time being vulnerable. Being vulnerable, showing my emotions, expressing my emotions, because I'm afraid of being rejected. I'm afraid that that's going to come back and bite me in the ass, and it's not going to be reciprocated. Okay, so one of the things is that I just have to I've gotten over that. My personal growth and the support behind my family, my husband, my Aunt Mel, who's on here right now, is one of my biggest supporters. And, without the team and my family and my husband behind me, I just don't know that I would have been as confident as I am now to be in front of you here telling you my fears and telling you my struggles. I never would have gone live. Another thing that we fear is making mistakes, okay? Because that just plays into more. Welcome, Jordan. How are you? One of the things is just making mistakes, being rejected. Making a mistake is hard. It's hard to own up to. And but the more that you embrace that it's going to happen, you kind of look forward to those mistakes to A, I'm human, B, I make mistakes every single day, but the best thing about it is that I look for those mistakes and I try to find a lesson to learn in every single failure that I have. Another thing is that I worry a lot. I worry a ton. And with that, I worry about, okay, it's not going to get done if I don't do it. I have to let go of that control. And with anxiety, hey, Tiffany, and with that anxiety, it just comes with, I need to be in control because I don't want to lose control. And we are not in control. God is in control. And the sooner that we come to terms with this and that we say, God, this is in your hands. This is what you have brought me right here to this day. And what are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to mold in me? And just because I'm medicated doesn't mean that it makes everything go away. It just makes those emotions a little less roller coaster and a little bit more even keel. So I don't take a huge dosage. It's just enough to keep me even keel. Hi, Robin. Hi, Shakol. Hi, Sabrina. How are you? Thank you, Regina. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm going through and looking at it. But yes, I used to be afraid of what others would think. I think one of the hardest things in the profession that I'm in, hey Mackenzie, one of the hardest things with my profession is that you have to reach out to people that know you, that see through all the bullshit and know you for who you are. You can't pitch them anything except for the truth. And so that's another thing I was kind of afraid of. What is my family gonna think? What are my close friends gonna think? And it's been an absolute blessing. They may not understand it now, but they're going to understand eventually, and it's going to be the best thing ever. They're going to eventually come around and be some of my best supporters. Hi, Kara. How are you? Okay. And one of the things with me with anxiety is that I feel like I have to explain everything. I have to explain my intentions. I have to explain why this, and this. And that's part of my anxiety. I don't know that everybody deals with that, but that's part of mine. I feel like I need to explain. I need to give you every nitty-gritty detail, which I don't. I don't need to do that. Welcome, Catherine. How are you? And so what we think, what's going on in my mind is they don't like me. I'm not very likable. They can't like me. I must be somebody that I must be saying the wrong thing. I must not be approaching the right way. I'm Hollywood bound. I don't know about that. I can dream it. I don't know that I want to be Hollywood bound. I'd fit right in because I heard a lot of actresses and actors are kind of short, so I'd fit right in. Another thing that I've expressed earlier on was that I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. And let me tell you right now, every single one of you has something to offer to this world. Every single one of you has a way to reach people and to impact others. Thank you, Uncle Tim. I appreciate it. Hi, Natasha. Welcome. So every single one of you has something to offer. Quit comparing yourself to others. Your story is nothing like mine. You didn't go through every hardship, every stronghold, every fight, every cry, every bitch and moan. You didn't go through that. And so that means that you're not going to be molded the same way that I am. Embrace those struggles, embrace those lessons, and I just encourage you to find your story and share it with the world, because you have something to offer. Whether you suffer from anxiety and depression or not, you have something to offer. But another thing that we think, when I say we, I mean people that struggle with some similar things that I struggle with. Hi, Renee, welcome. I messed up again. Damn it, I knew I was gonna mess up. I knew this was gonna happen. I went into this with fear, anxiety, lack of confidence. Of course I failed. If you're thinking about your failures, you're not going to succeed. You have to tell yourself that I am going to, I will, and I can. I can and I will. That's like my motto right now. I can and I will. But just understand that mistakes are going to happen and embrace them. Find the meaning and change it. Another thing when it comes to control is that if I don't do it right, if I don't do it, period, it's not going to get done right. If my friend Anna Faina ever jumps on, she can definitely attest to this. She was my assistant for volleyball the past 2 years of my coaching career, and she can absolutely attest to this, that if I don't do it, it's not going to get done. So that means that I don't delegate and I don't trust very well. So, I mean, again, like I said, I've been a volleyball coach for the past 7 years of my life. Hey, Haley, how are you? I hope school's kicking off well. So, I mean, and I've been a player, I've been a teammate for so much longer. I've been in sports since I was like 12, like actual competitive, not like rec or anything. And so I can't imagine how much of a better teammate, how much a better friend, how much a better wife I could have been a year ago. Hi, Cassie. If I had the self-confidence and self-belief, because when you have that, it's contagious and people want it. They feed off of it. They'll flourish as well. So anyway, I might just be too something for them. Hey, Alex, just too something. Whether it's too loud, too pushy, too, I don't know, talkative. But my biggest thing that I struggle with anxiety, and this is something that keeps me up at night, is that I won't be able to impact them because I don't have what it takes. I won't be able to impact them because I don't have what it takes. Let me tell you right now. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Amanda. You have what it takes. Every story is different. But once you start telling your story, you're going to reach somebody. Somebody is going to be able to relate. You're never going to know unless you share. And that's what I'm here to tell you. Share. Don't be afraid of your strongholds. Don't be afraid of your weaknesses. Because honestly, those of you that are watching right now, whether you're watching live or watching the replay, you guys have been some of the most gracious followers and most loving followers that I could have ever imagined. I never in a million years thought that I could ever share what I'm sharing right now and feel the generosity, the love, the encouragement, welcome Kayla, that I have felt sharing my story. This isn't the first time that I've shared my story. This is the first time I'm kind of letting you in on my, kind of what we think, what goes on, Mr. Negative and Miss Negative and Miss Triumph. Thank you, Natasha. So what I've learned, hey Carrie, how are you? Is I lean on God. Okay, 6 months ago when I made the decision to take this opportunity and absolutely run with it. First off, I wasn't dreaming big enough, but I was like, why do I have this pit in my stomach? Why do I feel like I need to go for this? God, what are you thinking? This is not me. I don't know what you're thinking, but all right, it's all in your hands. And every time that I sit and struggle and I think about these things that I've shared with you, I know that first off, I'm trying to be in control. Hey Jake, hey Charlie. First off, I'm trying to be in control. And second, I need to turn it back to God. And every time I find myself thinking, I'm not good enough. I'm not likable enough. People don't like me. They don't find me as a leader. Blah. I'm playing this bullshit pity party on myself. I have to think, okay, all right, well, this isn't about me. This is about what God is using me for, to impact the lives of others. So I need to get off my soapbox and I need to get my ass out there and always turn it back to God. Okay, I'm a Christian who cusses, by the way, so sorry. It's just, that's a sin. I know it is. Okay, one of the things I've also learned is patience. Okay, past 3 years, the first sermon of the first of the year that I go to at Life Church is, what's your one word? What's your one word? What's your one word that you're going to focus on every single year? And mine in the past 3 years has been patience. And I think this is finally God saying, you're going to learn some patience. It's on my time, not your time. Okay, I put in the time, I put in the work, I'm diligent with my training, but it's ultimately up to Him. And let me tell you, I'm learning some patience. Patience with people, patience with myself, patience with the process, patience. Okay, understanding, absolutely understanding. Not that I wasn't understanding. You can ask Gabe if you want to shoot a quick question. I'm sure Gabe will answer you. Welcome, Andrea. I'm not the most empathetic person. I don't deal with excuses well. I just get it done. And it's good in a lot of aspects, but in the few, it's not very good. It's not very good that I can't be understanding in a lot of aspects. Yeah, Gabe's laughing right now. It's true. It's absolutely true. You come to me with an excuse. All right. Like, for instance, during volleyball practice, preseason, those girls that didn't come out and do the summer training, they hurt. Getting in shape hurts. It sucks. Okay. You're fat, screaming, your body saying, what the hell are you doing to me? Get me out of here. So there's always those few girls that want me to be empathetic, especially if they don't know me. Most of the time, the freshmen. Coach Woodman. My maiden name used to be White. Coach White, because that's what they knew me as I was a coach. Coach White, my ankle hurts. Oh, this just hurts. My side hurts. All right, go sit out. You can go sit at the sidelines. I don't care. I'm moving on. I'm moving on to the people that want to be here. And, sometimes it can be good, but sometimes it can't be. So it's tough. It's tough for me to be empathetic because 9 times out of 10, it's just an excuse. 9 times out of 10. But I know there's going to be that one where it's not. And I had a kid in track. We were doing some vertical training and he rolled his ankle. Well, actually he broke his tibia. And I was like, hey, just walk it off, you're fine. And then the next day he comes in a boot and he's on crutches. And I'm like, crap. That's my empathetic, goes out the window. Anyway, consistency is another thing. Okay, one of the things that keeps my anxiety and my depression in check is to be consistent with a schedule. And so I have definitely had to learn time management. I've had to learn to stick to my schedule. Summer is usually a time where I get really low because I'm not sticking to a schedule. I'm not as busy as I am the rest of the year. So consistency is key. It takes a little bit to get used to, but I promise consistency is key. Okay, I had to retrain my mind. Like I've mentioned previously, Miss Triumph, Miss Negative. Okay, I've had to retrain my mind to let Miss Triumph voice, scream, yell, be heard all the time. And then Miss Negative over here is kind of like in the corner when I think of like in Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2 where Voldemort is curled up under that little bench and he's nasty and ugly and small because he's just been dominated. So anyway, I have to let Miss Triumph dominate Miss Negative. And it's taken a lot. And I find, 6 months ago, it wasn't very easy. I had a lot more like, oh my God, this is so tough. This sucks. I'm not doing this. I want to quit and all these different things. But now I don't hear those as often. Yes, when I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I don't feel good, it's been a grind. Yeah, that negative can creep up on you. But overall, Miss Triumph is screaming her lungs out and Miss Negative is like, I'm not here. I'm not here. Peace out. I'm over here in the corner, curled up in a little ball. So, I've learned to talk less and listen more. Hey, Coach Fryer, how are you? I'm so excited you're here. I was getting ready earlier and I was listening to your video with your winning gold stuff. It was so funny. But I've learned to talk less and listen more. Hey, Noelle, how are you? And I mean, that's just been amazing. Talk less and listen more, because I'll be the first to tell you, I can be an interrupter. And my mom has told me multiple times, Kristen, just shut up. Just shut up and let me talk. And then we argue, and my mom and I are very alike. Yeah, Mel, you can attest to that if you're still watching. So, I own up to my mistakes. There are times in the beginning where I had to go apologize because I've word vomited on some of my closest friends. And let me tell you, it took some cojones to swallow that and say, I'm really sorry I completely word vomited on you. I really hope that you accept my apology. That is not the way that I should have been doing things. Can you still be my friend? Like I said earlier, Facebook has been a lot more forgiving than I could have ever imagined. A lot more forgiving and way more encouraging and uplifting. And if you have a fear of sharing your story, I just really encourage that you practice with people that you may know or you may be comfortable with, and just get on and start talking. Make it something simple. Make it something like encouraging. And then eventually, you can do what I'm doing right now. Hey, Casey. But they are a lot more forgiving. And it just shows people you are real. It shows people that you make mistakes, that you're not on this high horse and you're this Miss Perfect or Mr. Perfect. It shows them that you are real. And when you can be real to others, you immediately establish relatability. And you immediately establish a relationship. And I just encourage you to do that. Get on, make mistakes, say shit, whatever you need to do. Just share with them who you are. Share with them that you are real. Own up to your weaknesses. I promise you, they're going to be so forgiving. Okay? And one of the best things that I can take away to help with my depression and my anxiety is that personal growth is key. Personal development. Dig into it. Dig a 10-foot hole and just go for it. Do it every single day. Every single day. As soon as I feel Mr. Negative creeping up, I turn on personal growth. I stop whatever I'm doing and I turn on personal growth. Whether it's a book on Audible, it's a video from Coach Fryer, it's a book that I'm reading, it's a video that some of my teammates have done. I mean, it is something. I've got hours of videos saved that I have not even touched because I keep it in my back pocket as a defense mechanism. That is my defense. Personal growth is my defense to my anxiety, my fear, and my depression. And it is always there. It's a holster in my belt loop that I'm just gonna whip out and say, see ya, Mr. Negative. I mean, it is something that you just have to keep in the back pocket. You have to listen for that voice to come in and creep in. Listen for Satan to attack you at every opportunity that he will. Because if you are doing something right, he's going to try to scream in your ear. He's going to try to scream at the top of the lungs. But if you've got that personal growth, you've got that Bible verse that's in your back pocket that resist the devil and he will flee. Absolutely. It's from Luke. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's from Luke. And I say it all the time. When I hear him creeping in, I just say, resist the devil and he will flee. And bam, he has to. Because light drowns out darkness. Absolutely 100%. So keep that light in your back pocket. Keep that light in your holster. And just whip it out as fast as you can and say, see ya. Show it to him and it's gone. That triumph voice is going to always triumph. That's why it's called Miss Triumph. Yes, it definitely has, Casey. I'm so glad to hear that. So, I'll have to look at that. That might be something I download. So anyway, I really appreciate those of you that have tuned in, those of you that have interacted. You've shown me some love. You've given me some bubbles and likes and comments. I just really appreciate it. And I'm just so grateful for the love and the appreciation, the encouragement, the uplifting. Those of you that may or may not have commented, just tuning in is absolutely amazing. And if you found value in this and there is someone that could benefit from this story, from just the straight up transparency, I encourage you to share. And if you share this, please let me know so that I can thank you from the bottom of my heart, because it means so, so much to me that you find value in what I'm putting down. So, I hope that you guys have a great Friday night. You have a great weekend. I'm going to go knock an event out and have fun with some girls. And is that sarcasm, Aunt Mel? Gabe, she talks less. Anyway, we'll have to chat about that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Take care and God bless.